it is Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and it is time for Thank God It's Finished, or TGIF. How are y'all doing? Doing pretty good. It's been a pretty crazy week. Pretty crazy. We got 20 inches of snow on Wednesday into Thursday in March. It's now 13 degrees below zero outside. And we found out we're getting a puppy. So yeah, not only did we find out that we're getting a puppy, which was born on Monday, so we'll pick him up in 9 weeks. We also found out that Kristen's parents are adopting a puppy who will be coming home the first week of April. So we're gonna go from 5 dogs to 7 dogs. I may have mentioned this before, but we purchased a new car because we purchased a larger vehicle because we had Molly and we knew that we wanted to get another Bernese Mountain Dog in the future, and we knew we wanted to get it from the same parents as Molly, and it just so happened that they had puppies on Monday. So we're getting a puppy. So when we purchased the larger car, Kristen asked if we could have a vanity plate, and I think she was surprised when I said yes, and I said yes, and our car is the Wolf Wagon, and Kristen's parents' car that they take the dogs in is Mountain Dogs. So we have decided and discovered that we are those crazy dog people. We're like crazy cat people, only they take up more space. But that's okay. That's the way we like it, and I don't really care what anybody else thinks. No, I do. These dogs are very well taken care of. We don't have kids, so this is our family, and we love it. So I did tell Kristen, however, that 4 was my limit. Because in our home alone, we will have 2 Bernese Mountain Dogs and 2 Chihuahuas. And then part-time in our home, we will have 3 Bernese Mountain Dogs that belong to Kristen's parents. Seriously, we're kind of crazy. But anyway, that's not why you came. You came to see the knitting, crocheting, etc., etc. So let's get right into it. I have a couple finished objects to show you. I'll do the easy ones first. I cranked out a couple more hats on the Itty. I'll show you how these fit. I like how these fit. I think they're pretty cute too. These are 100% wool again. So I made 2 out of this color. The green on this one's on the inside, so I didn't even add it to the pom-pom. I made 1 with this color. The consistency of this, ooh, I like this one on. The consistency of this yarn is a little bit different than the blue one. This is applied yarn, and this is a single ply. So I think this is a 2-ply. And then 1 purple one. And actually, Kristen said this was her favorite one, which I was surprised. I thought she would have liked the blue one. Blue ones. So that's that. I did add a new goal that I would like to try. Ooh, I shouldn't have put those hats on. Dewey, sit down, buddy. I would like to try and make 365 hats on the Itty before before the end of the year. So in 2014, I'd like to make 365 hats. I have a heck of a long way to go, but that's okay. Margaret mentioned in my last video that I should consider getting a tree that I could put my ornaments on year-round, and that's funny because I mentioned that to Kristen, I think in late February, middle February, that I wish I had picked up an artificial Christmas tree on clearance at the end of the year, like a teeny tiny tabletop one, to put all my Christmas ornaments on, because I cannot bring myself to put my Christmas ornaments away. They sit on my light that I use to knit. That's okay. Yeah, so continuing on finished objects, complete tangent there, sorry about that. I have a couple more things. I finished the opal socks. This is just a plain vanilla sock with the fish lips kiss heel, and look at how well these match up. Honestly, I wasn't even really trying to match these up, other than that they were the same length, which I do with stitch markers. I don't count my rows. I didn't even mean to start it in the same place because I'm trying to kind of let go a little bit. Dewey, you're going to have to be quiet, bud. So I love how these came out, and these are for myself. And I wanted to finish these up because the sock knit-along starts tomorrow, which I'll talk about again in a minute. The next thing I have is Easter's coming, and it's going to be Sadie's first Easter, and Auntie had to make her a hat for Easter. So I made her a hat from, this is going to be backwards, but this book, which I'll talk about again in a little bit. And I made the newborn size with worsted weight yarn, so it made it a little larger, and I went to the length of a 0 to 6 month size, so it was a 0 to 6 month size hat, which is so cute. I wish it would fit me. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't do that. So I thought it came out so cute, and I should have talked to my sister first, because I said 0 to 6 or 6 to 12, and I should have known because my sister has a fairly large head. She has a larger head than I do, and she always has, and she responded back 6 to 12 months. She has a big head like her mama. So I just made another one. This one I made is the 0 to 6 month size, but with worsted weight yarn, and knit to the length of a 6 to 12 month hat, so it would be bigger. I actually think this one will fit her. The smaller one, you can barely tell the difference. But I told her that she doesn't know that I made these for her, and oh my gosh, I'm so itchy all of a sudden. So I told her when the package arrives that she can keep the one that fits Sadie and give the other one as a gift to somebody. So, no, I have one more. Oh, I also finished the TVG, which you see here, which I'm afraid to take off because it just took me like 20 minutes to figure out how to wear a shawl in the mirror, but I will take it out. This is knit out of another Crafty Girl Twinkle sock. I think it's called Twinkle sock, and the color was Gonzo, and this was gifted to me by Diane of Knittables, the yarn. And here it is. This was probably the most relaxing thing I have ever knit. It was just so, well, I shouldn't say that. It wasn't exactly. It was, actually. It was very relaxing and zen, and then I had to bind off 500 and some odd stitches in 2x2 rib. That was not quite relaxing. See, I told you I should have done it. I'm not going to be able to get this back on, but that's good enough. It was so enjoyable. So much so that I think I might knit another one. I'm not exactly sure for who, but I might knit another one. That is all my finished objects. I guess we'll go right into works in progress. Oh my god, my allergies are acting up so bad, which I don't understand because we have 2 feet of snow on the ground in March. And we're supposed to get more snow tomorrow and Sunday and Wednesday. I don't think it's supposed to be 20 inches, but even still. We are going to have snow until July. Works in progress. I only have 2. Like I said, I'm trying to keep my needles clear for the sock knit along. The first one I have is the Bunny to Lamb by Susan B. Anderson from the Topsy Turvy book. No progress on that. However, that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. I'm going to try and work on that because I want to send that to Sadie. Woo! I just dropped one. With the bunny hat for an Easter gift from Auntie. Yeah. So fingers crossed. I know I've said this 3 weeks in a row now, but fingers crossed that will be done next week because I'd like to get it out. So if my sister wants to take Easter photos, she'll have the prop. Ooh, I have a nice zit. Fun times. This is why I don't wear my hair down. Anyway, the other thing I am knitting, which I didn't bring my iPad over, so I can't show you exactly, is the hero sweater. And so far it's just a big gray blob. I knit the majority of the ribbing in the hangout on Saturday, and right now I'm working on the decreases for the shaping at the bottom. Oh, I thought there was a hole, but that's just where I joined the new yarn. So this is a pay for pattern on Ravelry. I will get a project page up for this today so that you can see that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the hero because by far the #1 comment I get on my videos is, how do you get so much done in a week? And like I said last week, I don't work a traditional job. I'm a homemaker, and we have the little, not little, but we have the side business where I do crochet for hire and occasionally knitting for hire, but very rarely. I'm saying a lot. I'm going to try and work on that. Drives me crazy, so where was I? Oh, how do I get so much done? So I'm going to give you a snapshot into my life. I have a lot of difficulty sitting still. There's something on my screen. See? I joke with Kristen that I have crafty ADD because things have to match and everything else. But it goes beyond that, and I don't really have ADD that I know of. But no matter what I'm doing, I'm thinking about a million other things that I want to do, and sometimes it's to the point that I get stuck, and I never ever stop. So last night we went to bed and we're drifting off to sleep, and all of a sudden this obsessive thought comes into my head. Obsessive, about how I want to rip out the hero. I'm going to rip out the hero. I'm going to rip out the hero. I'm going to do the ribbing different. I'm going to rip out the hero. And this went on for a good 20 minutes, till finally I had to tap Kristen on the shoulder and said, I have to tell you something. I'm going to rip out the hero. And she was like, okay. I said, I want to change the ribbing. Now, Kristen probably has no idea what any of this means, doesn't know what a hero is, other than, Batman. I am Batman. But I, at 10 o'clock at night, had to make sure she was up so I could tell her I was going to rip out the hero. And then I sat in bed saying, I need to go rip it out now. I need to go rip it out now. I need to go rip it out now. So if I'm sitting for any period of time, longer than, say, 30 seconds, I have to be doing something because it's the only way I can relax. I have crafty ADD. That's the only way I can think of to say it. But it's just a little snapshot into my life. Probably something you never wanted to know, or oh well. I'm sorry if I wasted a few minutes of your time. Next we have the Maceeks makings, Kristen's stuff. Kristen is still working on her scarf, and I should put a dicky-do on this so you can see her progress. She is like going to town on this. It's great. Great. Oh, she dropped a stitch. One moment, please. Let me find a dicky-do so I can pick that up for her. So she has done its curling, but she's done all this of her scarf, which I think is a good bit. I'll pick that stitch up for her, and it'll be like nothing ever happened. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. She dropped a stitch, but then picked it up somewhere else, so she's a true knitter. She seems to be enjoying it very much. She brought it to show our nieces. I don't know if she showed our nieces, but she was knitting on it when we were with our nieces. And I'm really proud of her. I'm very proud of her. Especially because it's something she said she could never do. But it's good for her with her health issues to continue to do the fine motor things so that they don't get worse, or that she can hopefully slow the progression or whatnot. What else? Oh, like I mentioned, we're gonna have a sock knit along, and I use knit along very loosely. It's really a sock along. You can knit them, crochet them, loom knit them. You can, if you have an Itty or one of those antique crank machines, you can crank them. I've set up the threads on Ravelry. I haven't opened the finished object thread. It's locked right now because you can't start till tomorrow. But the basic gist of it is you have to start and finish your sock, your sock, between March 15th and April 30th by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 30th, and post a picture with 2 socks finished and ends woven in or hidden. You can use any pattern, any medium, like I said. You can make 1 pair, you can make 10 pair. If you can make 10 pair in 6 weeks, I envy you. 1 finished object per post. So if you wanted to show two pair of socks, you'll do 2 separate posts. If you wanted to show 2 pictures of the same pair of socks, that would be within 1 post. And somebody asked me on the board, can we double dip? You can double, triple, quadruple. You can dip your toes in any amount that you want. I'm not the knitting gods. Who am I to say that you can't? Anyway, they'll count. If you have 2 socks and you knit them within the time frame, they count. The only thing is they must be started. You cannot cast on before March 15th. That's it. I think I mentioned last time, if we have 50 or less entries, I will do 1 prize. 50 to 100 entries, I'll do 2 prizes, and for every 100 beyond 100, if we have 101, I'll, 101 to 200, I'll add a prize. But I don't anticipate having 200 entries. But maybe I'll be surprised. My goals for the knit along my goals are to knit 3 pair of socks. I want to knit 1 pair of socks, plain vanilla socks with a fish lips kiss heel out of some opal yarn I have from Harry Potter, in the lupine. I don't know how you say it. Colorway. It's really pretty. I bought the skein on a D-stash, and when it came to my house, Rudy and Molly decided to bring it around the house and show it all the rooms, and I spent several hours untangling it, but I did save the skein. So I'm going to knit those, and I'm going to knit a pair of socks out of that rainbow yarn I showed you. I've separated it into 2 balls. And then I'm going to knit a pair of socks for Kristen, which I haven't brought her upstairs to have her pick which socks she wants yet. So that's my goals. Those are my goals. My grammar is terrible. Next, tomorrow, March 15th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be hosting a hangout. The link will be posted below and on the Ravelry board when that is live. The only requirement I have is that you have a set of headphones with a mic. If you have a lot of things going on in the background, or you can just mute yourself for a time, so that it doesn't distract the people who are hanging out. We have a lot of fun. We have some regulars. We have some people that pop in now and again. And we're always welcoming of people who would like to join. It's a lot of fun. And like I said last time, we chat for a couple hours. And it's March 15th. It would be the perfect opportunity to start your socks. That's what I'm going to do. The last thing I have before introductions is I showed you this book, and it's going to be backwards, the words. This is by Susan B. Anderson. It's the Itty Bitty Hats book. Now, you already know that I love anything small, cute, and babies. I also love anything Susan B. Anderson. This book is phenomenal. I've made several of the hats in this book, and I have a plan to make several more. I'm just going to share with you a couple. You've already seen the bunny. I've made this hat that you've seen. I think I made it in the same colors. I also would like to make, for my niece, I would like to make this hat in some really bright, like a bright pink, a bright purple, and like a teal, some bright girl colors instead of primary colors. But I think that's really adorable, and I'm going to make it in a bigger size because, let's face it, Auntie Erin already made her a million hats. And that hat's called the Rainbow Marley, if you're looking for it in this pattern, in this book. The other hat I want to make her is called Vertical Stripes. And this is really cute. If you look at it, each stripe is a different stitch pattern. And I think that will be a lot of fun. I don't know what colors. I don't have a plan for colors. There's, let's see. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm wondering if there's an overview in here of all the hats. Nope. Oh, this is another one I'd like to make for her when she's going to be one. Let me block the copyrighted stuff. It's the birthday cake hat with a little candle on the top. How adorable! How adorable! There's a snowman hat. There's just, I'm looking for a index or glossary of pictures of all the hats, which I don't think there is in this book, but that's okay. So anyway, Itty Bitty Hats by Susan B. Anderson. It retails for $17.95, but you can get it for less on Amazon, and you won't be sorry. There's, how many patterns are in here? Does it say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. If I counted correctly, there's 36 patterns. So, and there's a good size range. Most of them range from newborn, 0 to 6. Most of them range from newborn to 2 years. And they're adorable. Like, look at this. Some fleece on top. But it's perfect. Perfect. So, I can't say enough about this book. I love it. I really want to knit every single hat in this book, I think. Look at this one. How neat is that? I don't even know how that's achieved, but I might have to find out. Those little circles. Okay, so I'm done. Check out this book. Maybe check your library. Maybe some libraries have it. Or, like I said, I got mine from Amazon when I found out my sister was pregnant. Highly recommend it. Last but certainly not least, we have introductions. We have 2 people who introduce themselves over on the Ravelry board. If you haven't done so, go ahead and do it, and I will say hello to you in my next video. First we have Crafting Claudie, who is Claudie from Cincinnati, Ohio. I think she also makes videos on YouTube. And we have Miss Prim 100, who is Sharon. Sharon didn't mention where she was from, but welcome to the group. Thanks so much for continuing to watch me. This is like the bad grammar, bad English episode. That's okay. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Head on over to I cannot speak. Head on over to Ravelry. And join the group there. And as always, all my links to the projects that I'm working on or have finished will be on the Ravelry board. If it's a project, sewing or whatnot, there'll be a link in the description below. And that's all I have. So until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.